So from the Salah versus Klopp argument, Salah being announced that he's staying, as well as Klopp's documentary having some issues, to also one of the things that we need to talk about, where Slot's former players are really working so hard, working so hard to actually get the chance to follow him to LFC. We are going to be covering everything, as well as the spending cap which has been put into the Premier League. So if you're interested in those topics, do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to connect, and stay tuned, because I'm going to be giving you my thoughts over each and every part of all the things that I've just said. So I want to know your thoughts, where you are watching us from. If you are watching us for the first time, let me know what you think of the content and what you are expecting to see from us. So do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to connect, and keep us updated with everything that is happening, or anything that you feel like we've gotten wrong. It's exciting. Let's go. It's the TFC. So Salah has been given the new contract. In fact, it seems like Liverpool have actually announced today that they're going to try by all means to make sure that Mohamed Salah stays at the club. They're working so hard that he becomes the player that helps them to go to this slope era, which you're about to get in the slot era, where they are going to see how far it goes and whatever that they're expecting from the new manager and whatever that is going to be happening. But there's not going to be called a manager, it's going to be called a coach. So there is that change that is just taking place. So I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. My problem is not that we are being told that Salah is staying, and also my problem is not even with the fact that Salah is saying. My problem is the timing. We are coming from a game where Mohamed Salah and Klopp just had an altercation. And I talked about it yesterday. If you haven't watched my review of the game, I talked about it after the altercation, and I said what my piece were over to the situation of what led to where we are. But my problem now that I have is the fact that we are being told exactly a day later after that altercation, where I would expect if a player decided to bust against the manager, the whole club has to support the manager. It doesn't matter the manager is leaving or staying, because that will give a different outlook in terms of how will other players or how other teams will start looking at it, even the outside world, how the fans even look at how the club manage their managers. This guy has been a legend to us. He's the one who created this whole entire thing. So announcing that Salah is staying, even though you might say you are doing this as to good faith of Salah, to show that you are still with him, to show that you support him in this craziness, you are doing it wrong as Liverpool, because now it seems like you're picking sides. And in this situation, we were hoping that, as much as most of the fans we are saying that we're gonna stay in the middle of this thing, you are making it difficult. This is a manager who has been with you for such a long time. It also becomes a problem as well, even for Slot, because it's coming into this club and he feels like, okay, you prioritize the players, you prioritize stars over the players. And this is the thing that we've seen with Manchester United. What destroyed Manchester United was the love that the club so much give to the players rather than to the managers. And now they're trying to run away from that. And I can't believe I'm already speaking about this. When our legendary manager is about to leave, you are creating some small holes that shows that that's where we are going. And now you are twerking for Salah and saying you're going to give him the new contract. The guy is 31-year-old. One thing that I respected about the Real Madrid manager, or the Real Madrid president, he always know when the time for a big player to go is up. He did it with Cristiano Ronaldo. They wanted to sign him, but he was never going to twerk for him, and he let him off. You have to understand, Salah is turning 32 next season. How much does a 32-year-old really offer, really? Look at his time. It's time for him to go. It's time for him to move on to other things. And now you are busy twerking after he has just disrespected your former manager. How do you think the outside world would really look at this? How do you think we will look at what's happening here? We are not supposed to be doing that. We should be standing firm and waiting that this thing is dealt with internally. Klopp had destroyed this whole entire mess down after what he said in the press conference. Then the guy decided to go say that if I speak, there will be fire. What is the purpose of you saying this? Why are you creating this chaos? I have no idea. So I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Are you with me, or maybe you agree with the club announcing that Mohamed Salah is staying, and whatever they feel like is the right thing to do? Because I feel like I don't have a problem with him announcing that he wants to stay. I have a problem with the timing. it's not yet the right time, especially after he had given a side hand or whatever he did to the manager, which is not supposed to be something that happens. I know frustration builds up. I know we were expecting to go for a quadruple. Everything does not always go our way. We have Manchester United to thank for that. Like Arsenal had to thank us for destroying that momentum last season. This is exactly what has happened. What we are meant to be doing is to grow from this and stand as a unity. You have just created division because you think the manager is going. Do you know what? The other thing that I actually think after all that I've said, I actually feel like now this gives us a clear picture of the relationship between Edwards and Klopp. Because Edwards was the signer of Salah, and you see he's choosing his guy over the manager because they had an altercation. So I must say that this really gives us a clear explanation of where Edwards is when it comes to him and Klopp. So I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think of these things? I'm just giving you my thoughts over why I feel like it's okay to announce the Salah thing, but the timing is the worst. And that's something that I feel like is going to cause some chaos. So, hit the like button, subscribe to Connect as we continue and try to connect with the new manager. Arne Slot is coming on to Liverpool. He's going to be the new manager. According to Fabrizio Ramon, it's all signed and sealed. Every documentation, it's done. Of course, when you listen from the British side, especially the Liverpool types of reporters, they're going to talk about that it was 9 million with the 2.2 million in terms of what you have to play in addition. But if you go to the Netherlands, to the Dutch, they will tell you that it is actually 13 million. So there is just confusion of the money. But what's happening that is actually interesting is this: Slot has been announced, and we know he is our next manager. He's just doing the final touch-up. While Klopp does his final touch-up, then he moves on to the next stages of all the things he's doing. But this is the funny part that has been happening. And I don't know if you've been paying attention. So many of so many of our new managers, former players, it seems like they're really, really interested in coming to Merseyside. They want to come to Liverpool. In fact, I was being told that one of the vice captain was seen at the West Ham ground where he was there to watch Liverpool versus West Ham. Then why would you be watching that game if you're not interested in actually joining the club because you know that Slot is going there? Don't you think that could be one of the reasons? Because of course we know that there's gonna be some changes into the club. Defenders are gonna be bought. I heard that they're trying to buy a left back or even in the defender as well. I'm also hearing so many players like a DM or so many. I don't really know, but one thing that I know is that so many of the former players of this manager that is about to leave are trying by means to find themselves in Liverpool's books. So it's going to be interesting how that one goes on, because I always know that Edwards likes to work with metrics. He likes to find the right boys or the right players that fits in so well. So I don't know how is he going to play with it. I don't know how is he going to make the decision to actually do the right thing. It's going to be exciting because usually he works with the numbers, not with the passions. So it's going to be exciting. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section over that one as we move on to the documentary. So Jurgen Klopp, there was a documentary which was supposed to be dropped in August, if I'm not mistaken, of this year, which I think is sort of like the all or nothing of Arsenal, everything that they did to achieve to where they were. Remember, by then when this thing was started, we were still going for a quadruple. Now things have all fallen apart. But that's not the only thing that has fallen apart in terms of the season. It seems like the documentary still don't have somebody or a studio that can sign in on it, or should I call them a TV, a network station which can sign in on. And when I talk about network station, I'm talking about the Amazon, for example, the Amazon Prime. We're talking about Netflix. We're talking about the Disney, all those other companies that can sign in their networks. All of those ones are still quiet. So I don't know what could be the problem over this, what could be leading to this. I cannot speculate, people. I'm just telling you what it is. Liverpool are trying by means to get those papers done and get something done. But on top of getting something done, they also want to make sure that by August, this documentary is dropped. This was going to be exciting. This is like a fairway thing for Klopp. It doesn't matter with whatever he has achieved. We are going to give him the farewell he deserved. He has done so much for the team, and he deserves to be recognized as a an amazing manager. So it's gonna be exciting to see how that one plays out. But that's what I'm being told. But also, what's happening? How is this even happening? And I'm hearing some players, some supporters of Liverpool saying that why can't we just drop this thing? It's already embarrassing already. We're not getting what we are there for. But I differ from those people. The reason why I differ is because we are all here because of what Klopp has done to us. We are able to demand the best managers, the best teams is because of what Klopp has done. So even though he doesn't win what we expected of him to win, we still have to give him some serious respect over what he achieved in the long run. So I'm really excited to see how the one will play out like, but I'm not going to just be jumping out of conclusion, people. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section as we move on. So the Premier League has put what they call a spending cap. Now, this is something that so many of the Premier League teams seems like they're in agreement over, because they feel like the other teams have an upper hand over the expenditure of the teams and how they're getting things done. So they've decided to put the spending cap to at least try to limit and give at least that side of fairness in terms of how things goes. The teams that are in the Champions League are only allowed to spend at least 70% of the money that they get, and the ones that are not in the Premier League, they at least spend around 85% of the money that they've made in TV and stuff. So it's going to be exciting. But though the money that is spent is about the profit that comes from the smallest team in the league, so that it becomes fair for all the teams. So it's going to be exciting how that one plays out. Like, I'm really curious to have an idea how this will be made into clarity, or will it be making sense. So I'm gonna give it some time and see how far it goes. Manchester City did not want it, Manchester United did not want it, Aston Villa did not want it, and Chelsea, they're saying apparently that they were absent, so it means that says they were not interested. So there is a lot of things that is happening, and I'm really excited to see how all the things will explore and how much we will have a direction to see what happens with Liverpool. Klopp is leaving, Slot is coming, Salah is fighting, Salah is signing. A lot of things are happening. Not also forgetting that Matip is leaving, Thiago Alcantara is leaving. So many players will be leaving us. So I can't wait to see what happens. Do me a favor, click that like button, subscribe to Connect, and if you enjoyed being with me on this time, see me on the other side. I'm out. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.